polling day. My colleagues are here with me. Let's welcome Abulo Semwagu. Let's also welcome Hadiza Audu. Gentlemen of the press, welcome to the program.
Yeah, Amechi, good morning, my colleague. And once it's good to be here, dear listener. Amechi, permit me to quickly extend our condolences to 8 students of Madonna University who crashed in who died in an auto crash in Ebonyi State over the weekend on their way to Taraba State. In the election break, the school extended to students to go and see if they can participate in the process. We want to use this medium to say those students are martyrs already. They've paid the supreme price with their blood, and the Nigerians should look that direction to see that the debt has already been paid. We should go all out and make sure that we have a free, fair, credible, and peaceful election. The death of those students is painful, and we want the political parties and their candidates to also make reference to that while campaigning, going ahead to Thursday, to let the supporters know that these students mean a lot for the process. That is why they gave their lives. So they should tell their supporters to avoid violence while they go to vote. They should avoid any form of crisis in the polling units. Amechi, we have 874 agents for Labour Party.
134,000.
Yes, 134,874. We have 176,974 APC. We have 176,974 PDP. And we have 96,034 ADC. And okay, I can't get this. I'll get the NNPP out for you. But
almost a 170,000.
Good. So with the news yesterday that there is a form of endorsement by the African Democratic Congress (ADC) of the Labour Party candidate, some persons are merging the agents to be up to 230 for the Labour Party. But that endorsement has not come without controversy. Dumebi Kachuku, the SY presidential candidate, or
is he SY?
He's still the president.
His name is still with INEC.
Yes.
He's still the presidential candidate.
Has said, and he has been speaking since yesterday, that he said before that criminals have taken over the political party, and they are making all sorts of pronouncements that he is not with the group that have endorsed Peter Obi. And we have a lot of endorsements coming in, Amechi. You have the issue of some pastors endorsing some political parties, and also I want our listeners also know that a group called themselves the Pandef Youth have shown Edwin Clark's endorsement.
The elders.
The elders, okay. Edwin Clark led elders endorsement of Labour Party. And they are rooting for the Atiku Okowa group. So several endorsements coming in. We'll see more of that while we go into the election. And on the issue, before my colleague come in, on the issue of court buying MC Oluomo, the court is buying MC Oluomo and the Parks and Garages Limited in Lagos from being used by INEC to distribute electoral materials. The hearing is going to be tomorrow, 22nd. The same day, the Supreme Court was very supposed to have a hearing on the Naira redesign. While this is going on, we heard that the Police Service Commission, after a protest by APC, rejecting Najatu Mohammed
as the leader that moved from APC to PDP.
Yes,
or that stopped supporting Tinubu and is supporting Atiku Abubakar.
Yes, I would like the listener to know that Najatu was a board member of the Police Service Commission. She is a board member of the Police Service Commission, and usually during elections, such agencies distribute or scatter their board members to go supervise elections.
They monitor elections. They monitor the conduct of placement during elections.
She was initially deployed to Northwest to monitor the service and their performance, but the APC is kicking because she has
been removed.
So the Police Service Commission is an arm of the APC now. That is a question we need them to explain, because why would they just quickly accept to withdraw her?
Perhaps they saw a legitimate demand made by some persons. If somebody who has come out openly to endorse a candidate they believe may not indeed actually offer neutral observation. Hadiza.
Yes, please. Good morning, Amechi, and good morning, everyone. Well, Abudo's spoken so much about virtually all the topics for this morning, but let me go in the angle of the attack in Anambra State. over the weekend, we had one attack in the same state, Anambra. And then yesterday again, early morning of Monday, and another attack, making it 2 attacks.
It's even more than 2.
More than 2?
The one before 2 days ago on 2 different stations. One successful, the other unsuccessful. 5 of them, the one in Onitsha, 5 of the attackers were killed.
Okay. So now, but this time around, like we rightly said, we called on security agencies to man up, police stations and to ensure that this does not occur again. Unfortunately, there were some deaths recorded. But then again, the police were on ground, they were prepared, as if they knew they were coming back and all of that. The attack was going to take place. But without that, we would have recorded lots of deaths, not just 2 or 3. But the painful aspect of it is that the policemen were also killed, and the DPO amongst the 3 that were killed. And we begin to ask, why now that we have few days to the elections, 4 days now to the elections? Okay, your counting is 3, mine is 4. Okay, so
3 days and some hours.
Okay, so we agree we have few days to the elections. Okay, and all of this still coming up. And Amaechi again, are you not worried that these attacks are coming from the southeast? Why are we having this? And we also have
from Anambra. Before it was Imo State, but it has shifted to
so
Anambra.
now it's southeast generally. So why are we having all these attacks in the southeast? And then again, the whole scenario of don't come out for elections, do the stay off elections because we are fighting for IPOB or whatever it is. Now this would cause some kind of fear for people to come out to vote on Saturday because they'll be scared for their lives. How prepared are the security agents? But then again, the security agents came out yesterday, they came to tell us yesterday that they are fully prepared and they're asking hoodlums and other elements, criminals, to stay off polling units, otherwise they face the full wrath of the law. That's a welcome development to also know that security agents are on top gear to handle the situation.
Amaechi,
good morning to you. Good morning, listener. Apulu, I don't know when the APC was the one who raised issues with Niger too. You say is, but that is part of it. The good thing is the Police Service Commission has made a substitution moving forward. Recall what happened when Loretta Onitsha was nominated for the INEC, the position of INEC National Commission. Those are some of the issues moving forward. The truth of the matter is they are political appointees, so definitely. But I think it also points to how tolerant President Buhari is. Recall that former late Mama Taraba those days, as a minister, declared support for another, and the president allowed her to be in office until, even in this matter, I'm not sure the president will be interested in pushing her out. She will be there, she will live on her own, or be there till her tenure lapses, as it were. I mentioned the election observer.
Some say the president is also tolerant of the Minister of State for Labor and Employment, who has criticized the president's action as far as the Naira swap is concerned. You just ignore him also. Would that come from an Obasanjo?
Those are the democratic
and something that should come from President
Buhari. Hardly will you see in a presidential system having such, but it's good because in other places we've seen how cabinet members, even the structure, the system itself, an entire ministry, State Department will take a position different from the White House, like that.
Yes, it's common. That's why when they give you, I have studied about the different positions on policy issues, on international relation issues coming from within the US, the White House representing the government, the president, personified by the president, and State Department. State Department is the Foreign Affairs Ministry of the United States. You see what they will tell you, White House is saying, State Department is saying, telling you this is the source.
Even Pentagon could take a position.
Most times Pentagon aligns with the State Department. Because of politics, White House or the president appears to drift in some instances away from the state policy, the ordinary one, the other ones. Because of political interest, because of political expediency, they may want to take a contrary position, and it happens.
Yeah.
So because we also practice that
Presidential
presidential system of government, we are seeing semblance of it
Yeah.
here.
So we need to encourage that moving forward, especially when Keyamo said he swore to defend the constitution of the Federal Republic. So we encourage that your allegiance should be to the Nigerian state and Nigerian people. I mean, the election observers are in town, international election observers are in town. The European Union is or has sent already a member of the European Parliament, Barry Andrews. He's already in town. We have the African Union has sent former Kenyan president, was the one that just handed over now.
Okay.
Odinga.
No,
Odinga was the one that
Kenyatta.
Kenyatta, yes.
Uhuru.
Uhuru Kenyatta, yes. And then we've seen
Thabo Mbeki.
yeah, from the he's heading the Commonwealth delegation. Just at the
IRI, NDI, also sending Joyce Banda, former Malawian, to head a 40-member observer mission.
The ECOWAS, just on the sidelines of the current AU summit in Addis Ababa, took a decision to send an observer group. They also, maybe in a few hours, be announcing that. That's what we say, look, this election, it's a global community. Everybody is interested.
And INEC will be briefing them by 10 a.m. this morning on preparations and state of affairs.
Exactly. And as they are coming in, INEC is restating its commitment that is ready, is set for the elections, which is what we need to hear now. The security agencies are saying the same. We've seen the National Security Advisor, being a political appointee, has taken the back seat. We've seen the Chief of Defense Staff, the Inspector General of Police, coming on and all of that. And it's encouraging that they are giving assurances that elections will hold in all parts of the country. We encourage every Nigerian, irrespective of the grievances you have, please, at this moment, let's allow these elections to hold, and then we can take up all those issues, moving forward. It's not in your interest for elections not to hold in your constituency or in your state, because at the end of the day, you'll be the one to lose out, as it were, because the few people that will come out to count, to accredit themselves and vote, those are the people that INEC will count, and that will definitely affect, every other thing. So we encourage people, even those who are angry, protesting, the cashless issue and all of that. The good thing is, I'm not sure I've come across a Nigerian who is against the cashless policy. Those who are talking about the lack of cash, and all of that. We hope that in the few hours, in the few days, the banks.
Did you read what the former Emir of Kano said, former central bank governor? That the policy will harm politicians more than the ordinary citizens.
That is already harming politicians.
A lot of people are saying that. But when you see who were the people who were arrested for spraying money, were they politicians? These are
those have stockpiled the big sums.
Is it the old ones or the new ones? Some are saying the politicians stockpiled the old ones.
The old ones that they can't spend now.
Yes, the ones that's been,
But INEC has been speaking, and they're saying that this will be the first election that money will not play a role at the polling unit.
We hope so.
Because of this.
But today, I think tomorrow, they're going to the CBN to also collect the money they were requested.
Their cool cash.
Their cool cash for the for transportation and the NYTW and the others. But I bet you quickly, I think.
So which one will our correspondents that we are deploying across the country collect? We CBN also make the cool cash.
Yeah, that is one issue.
Physical copy.
Yeah, that is one
according
issue.
to Dogoa, to us also to give them as we deploy them.
The media houses also need this cool cash, according to Dogoa, to move, because our guys are being deployed across the country. But I bet you quickly, before we go on break, I think INEC also, since we have international observers coming in, they need to also do us a list of Nigerian monitors in
No, they
Nigeria.
have, they have a
Because
list.
I know the National Association of Nigerian Students is protesting that they were excluded from being monitors.
The same group that has been endorsing presidential candidates across the country. So when you are partisan, obviously partisan, you have
Well,
a list of that is expected, I think, so that we can also scrutinize and know who and if there's some are.
No, it's there.
Yeah,
The approval came a long time ago, not even today.
If you go to the INEC website,
if you don't find the application early enough, you only blame yourself. I was speaking with Madi Shehu, chairman of the dialogue group on a program on AIT, Nigeria Votes 2023 yesterday, and he told me that he has it on good authority, he has the evidence. I challenged him, he didn't share with me the evidence though, that a particular governor in the Northwest, before now we told you some communities in these states that border with Niger Republic, you relying on CFA, the currency of these neighboring countries to trade. And he was telling me that this particular governor with some local government chairmen have brought up billions and they have exchanged them for CFA, that they hope to use the CFA to induce voters around their area on the election day, since CFA is now widely acceptable. So it's a tip, if it's true, to the security agencies to also look out for those that have CFA in these areas.
No, if you say they bring out billions, is it the old Naira billions?
I didn't ask him.
So you know, the old Naira, maybe they extend the old Naira billions.
Why the allegation, I don't know.
So which means
it's something the security agencies should be
which
aware
means
of.
if the old Naira notes are in Niger, the Nigerian government can accept them? Is that what
No,
you're
but
saying?
then again,
Yeah, because
then
it's
again,
exchange. It's exchange.
Okay, security operatives that would be on ground
Yes.
to check all of that. And again, I think INEC is most prepared this time around, talking about everything in place to ensure that we do get a peaceful and well coordinated elections.
Yeah, as it were, some of us have reached out to the CBN to put forward advice on how they can handle some of this, especially this cash issue. Recall that even with the NIN, with the voter registration, COVID test and vaccination and all of that, these agencies, when there were challenges as to reach out, they ended up coming to, big organizations, media organizations and other, big offices, and all of that. We're saying, CBN, can you take a cue from what these other agencies did? Where you take this money, just the way we are seeing them do the swapping in Katsina, we're seeing them do the swapping, in Kano, taking it to the interior. Can you take this to big organizations, so that the staff there, even if it's 20,000, they can, transfer and then get those cash, and all of it. Before you know it, you will saturate the whole town with it. We've done, like I said, we've done that with national ID card, we've done that with COVID, we've done that with practically everything, you can think of.
Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll take your mails and more stories. Stay with us.